Hi, I'm Cheryldiana from Stamping and Crafting with Cheryldiana. This is my video for the Creators Vlog Hop Anything card. In this video we will be using the sentiments from the Comfort and Home stamp set. We will also be using these papers from the Flowers for Every Season Designer Series paper. And the lovely labels Pick a Punch. All these products are available in our new catalogue. First we are going to start with a Whisper White card base, which we fold in half and score down the seam with a bone folder. Next we take the basic black cardstock and do the same again to make 2 cards. Next we are going to use our trimmer to cut the designer series paper that we will be using into 1.9 centimeter strips or 3/4 inch strips. Remember, if you're using a patterned paper, make sure to cut it the way you want the piece of paper to show on the card. As you can see, this trimmer with the guidelines makes it very easy to line up the paper and cut into the small strips. You may have noticed the colours of this designer series paper are ones we haven't seen before. That is because they are the new in colours for the period June 2020 to the end of May 2022. The 5 colours are Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Cinnamon Cider, Bumblebee and Magenta Madness. Now we have finished cutting our strips of designer series paper, we now need to punch the ends of the strips of paper. By using the lovely labels Pick a Punch, we have a choice of 2 ways that we can punch the ends of each strip. I did find it easier to punch the thinner strips if they were 2 layers of paper thick. We do this for the remainder of the strips of paper that we have. Now that we have cut and punched our strips, we can now lay them out onto the card base to see which order we'd like the colours to be in. Remember, we can always move the colours round if we don't think they go together. We then do the same onto the basic black card base. Don't you just love how these coloured papers match together? That is one of the things I like about Stampin' Up and their colours. Everything matches. Now we have done that, comes a fun bit. We now need to stick them onto our card using the Tombow glue. This glue is very useful because it gives you wiggle space, whereas some glues don't. We then stick all of the strips down onto the card base. Sometimes I do forget what my original layout was, so an easy way to ensure that you get the same layout is to take a picture on your camera and use that. Now we have stuck them all onto the Whisper White card base, we then do the same with the basic black card base. Now we are going to take a strip of Whisper White cardstock cut to 1.9 centimeters, 3/4 inch, and punch the end. Next we take a strip of Bumblebee cardstock which has been cut to 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch and punch the end of that. We do the same with the Just Jade cardstock. Next we are going to take the sentiment from the Comfort and Hope stamp set and ink it up using the Memento black ink before stamping onto the strip of Whisper White cardstock. We do this on both strips of Whisper White cardstock, so we have 2 sentiments. Next we need to punch the end of the Whisper White card with the stamp sentiment on. Now we are going to lay the sentiment on top of one of the strips of cardstock and slightly trim it ready to go into the punch. We do this with both coloured strips. Now we know how long the coloured strips need to be, we can now punch the other ends. Now we have the correct length of coloured strips to glue the sentiment onto. We do this with both coloured strips to make 2 sentiments, 1 for each card. Once we have stuck the sentiments onto the colour card, I then attached stamping dimensionals to the backs. Then using my tweezers, I can position the sentiment exactly where I need it to go. And we do the same again on the black based card. And there we have the finished cards. And these are 2 other cards I made using another sentiment from the Comfort and Home stamp set. Well, now you've seen my finished projects, I hope you have enjoyed watching my YouTube. Please remember to like and subscribe on the buttons below. Thank you.